Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Columbia City football.
Again. And Piper hands off. Second man through's got room. Stumbles for a first down. Gets his first carry. First down Eagles as he's inside Churubusco territory. And they're Hurley the tackle for Churubusco. They're going to mark him at midfield. Well, now they're going to mark him at the 49. All right, they roll the clock. First and 10 Eagles at Churubusco 49. A handoff and nice run there for Arntz. Going to chew up 5 yards. And Hurley the tackle again for Churubusco. Columbia City in the hurry-up offense. 4 minutes gone in this one. Piper with a swing pass, incomplete. As Fuller dropped it, we got a flag on the play. Blake was in as well. Down to the 20, it appears. Personal foul. Churubusco roughing the passer, as Piper did get lambasted. So that'll be a big one. 15 yards marched off against Churubusco. So big break for Columbia City there. It takes it down to the Churubusco 11 with 5:50 to go first quarter. So first and 10 from the 11. Piper up under center. The senior signal caller, Gorey in the backfield. And he has it left side off the left tackle, and he's going to get about 4 yards into a pile up over there on the far side. Several Busco Eagles in on that tackle. They got some big boys in there. There's no doubt about that, looking on the roster. A couple 300-pounders among others. So under center, second 7, ball on the Churubusco 8, and they hand it to Sievers. He shakes a tackle but can't shed the second one. Big tackle there by Churubusco's Cameron Rinker. So that's going to be a little bit of a loss there. Actually back to third. It's going to be 3rd and 10. It's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage, where we started this set of downs, I should say. Under 5 for the first, no score. Piper up under center, Columbia City threatening. And Piper fakes, throws into the corner. Caught! Touchdown! Burhoff could not hold Fuller out of the end zone. Columbia City on the board first. 7:14 into the ball game. First points of the 2022 season. We got a little fireworks out there. And Kleffiker graduates, so the kicker this year is Landon Urban. Piper will hold. Clayton Scott will be the long snapper, or the snapper. And the set and snap, kick, good. So Columbia City goes up 7-0. On an 11-yard pass from Piper to Fuller. And then the extra point added by Urban. And it makes it Columbia City 7, Churubusco nothing. We'll talk to you about some underwriters here on WJHS. Internet. Surf Internet is transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Better, more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses of Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone 888-274-6381. Also, City Automall, part of this broadcast on WJHS, home of the best sellers from Ford and Chevy alike. The 150, the Escape, the Chevy Silverado, and Blazer. City Automall offers a vast collection of cars, straightforward financing options, and ASE certified mechanics for repairs and maintenance right off Highway 30 in Columbia City. They can be reached by phone, social media, or on the web at Whitley, or check that, cityautomall.com. Andrew Thompson here with you for solo for now. Coach Bechtold slated to join me a little bit later. So Columbia City will kick to Churubusco. They lead at 7-0. 7:14 into the first. Burr off one of the receivers deep, and the high end over in floater. And hold your cards here. We had a flag on the play. Delay of game. I'll back him up 5 yards and we'll re-kick. So Urban will boot it again. So the whistle didn't go. So we'll get things teed up again and re-kick. With 4:46 to go in the first. Columbia City on the board first here in 2022, 7-0. It was a 27 Columbia City win up in Churubusco a year ago. So Urban will try this again. Landon Urban, a 5'10", 175-pound junior. Burr off, and let's see who else. Bayansky. Always Bayansky's at Churubusco. And it goes towards the right sideline. Flag on the play. And that'll be a violation on the kick out of bounds. So out at the 22. And we'll see what see what's going on. Procedure penalty, Columbia City. Ooh, Captain Klimek listening to the broadcast. I love it when Captain Klimek checks in. All right, so we're going to re-kick again. So the third kick coming here for the maroon and gold. So now it's back to the 30. So, nice sunny evening for football. Here just south of Columbia City. So we'll try it again. Landon Urban to kick for Columbia City. Yeah, didn't they decline it? I don't know. So Urban, a low liner this time, going to be fielded by Burroff, and he takes it to the 20, to the 25, cuts towards the near side, 30, 35. We got a penalty flag out across midfield. Burroff, Columbia City territory, ran out of bounds at the 36. And we got penalty markers. All kinds of flags here. So we'll get together and discuss this. As Burroff found some wide open space on that sideline. Holding Churubusco. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which appears to be the 41 of Churubusco, and they'll march it off 10 from there. And they're trying to get things straight down. New ball from the Busco sideline. Meanwhile, the chain gang looks a little perplexed as to where they're setting up. Well, now we're going to the 31. There we go. That's the 10-yard assessment. 7-0 Columbia City, 4:36 to go first quarter. Opening night 2022. Riley Burroff in the sun, man across in motion. Will bring it off the yards as into the pile go whom? For Columbia City, a Wyatt Marks carry for Churubusco. So they do a little shifting there. In the shotgun, man goes across him the right side, and he got a couple, and he got tripped up. Shrove. Landon Tim in Third down and 6 for Churubusco. Clock 35 to go in the first. Big crowd here tonight. A lot of the tailgaters off here to the side. A few tents. And maybe some hamburgers along the way. Churubusco is on the far side. Burroff takes the snap, hands off, and spinning into a pile of maroon shirts. Martz. Here for Churubusco. So 4th down 5. He's some defensive personnel as Fuller comes on. Now we got too many guys on. Somebody goes off. Change in hockey kind of looked like there. Burroff. Kick. Well, it's not a poop. That's a good kick. Punt, I should say, and it's going to go just into the Eagle end zone. So, touchback, 1st and 10 at the Columbia City 20 for Columbia City. More under tonight. White's floor covering and carpet cleaning. They offer carpet cleaning, kitchen, and bath remodeling, as well as a variety of flooring like Mohawk carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate, and natural stone, all part of an extensive flooring catalog. It can be on Facebook or behind Burger King on Diplomat in Columbia City. So Columbia City set to go. 2:38 to go in the first. They looking over Churubusco. And there's too much motion there. Illegal motion. They're going to. And they stop the clock. Now what are we going to do? Illegal shift on. So the first turnover of the year. Varsity. 9:20 fumble. Churubusco with a golden opportunity, 1st and 10 at the Columbia City 15. Yeah, he was all discombobulated there. So right blockers, and he cuts up field. Chacon on the tackle for Columbia City. It's going to be 2nd down 6, ball at the 11 of Columbia City. So Busco taking their time here, getting the call from the bench on the far side or the east side of the City High School. 2 minutes straight up. Clock runs first quarter. 7-0 Columbia City, but Busco with a golden. They're down to 5 on the play clock. And Burroff takes the snap, and he carries it himself, and he runs into trouble, but spins ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's near a 1st down. Down the 5-yard line. And credit Burroff on that. He was stopped. And nice couple of spin moves, and he down to a minute 15 to go first quarter. Burroff in the shotgun. Also in the backfield with him is Marks. Man goes across. And Marks into the pile. He's going to get a first down. And 11-28 into the first. Burroff takes it in from 3 yards out. PAT. Rosie Stevens, the kicker. Good. So Rosie Stevens puts it through the test. And .com as well. Surrey Northeast Indiana since 1871. We got a T-shirt launcher out there, it looks like. WJHS is brought to you in part by Surf Internet. Surf Internet, transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Faster and more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses in Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone 888-274-6381. Also, City Auto Mall, home of the best sellers from Ford and Chevy alike. The F-150, the Escape, the Chevy Silverado, and Blazer. City Auto Mall offers a vast collection of cars, straightforward financing options, and ASE certified mechanics for services and repairs. Right off Highway 30 in Columbia City, City Auto Mall can be reached by phone, social media, or the web at cityautomall.com. Andrew Thompson here with you, Jordan Glaza and Jonathan Peters and others responsible for this broadcast. Our thanks to them. Thanks for listening. Quarter two to commence. So Churubusco trying to take advantage of the Columbia City turnover. They have it at midfield, 2nd and 8. They move towards the south goal or left to right. And they hand it off. Bayanski around the far side, cuts up field, and he's going to weasel his way from 3 yards. And we've got a penalty mark. Actually, not 3 yards. Back to the original line. Flag at the city penalty, it appears. Well, by the Churubusco bench. 3 of the officials consulting with each other on the far side. Holding Churubusco. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which was the Churubusco 49. So that'll back him up to the 39. Sean Bledsoe checking in. Former broadcast partner. He's heading off to college tomorrow. Good luck. So it will be Churubusco. Bayanski, and going to be Bayanski. Chacon, the tackle for Columbia City. 3rd down, 18. 41-yard line. Coach Colt checking in as well. And so Churubusco, 3rd and 18, 40 seconds gone, second quarter, all 7. All square, 7. On the line of scrimmage, Burhoff directing a little traffic, moves Bayanski closer, and Burhoff fakes, and Burhoff throws. He's got Bayanski out of the backfield, midfield 45, out of bounds by Stratton Fuller. So near the first down, a couple yards short. 4th down, 2. So Churubusco here with a minute 13 gone. Second quarter, 7 apiece. Churubusco lines up, finally dispersed. And he cut up field right side, easy for 7 apiece. Churubusco lines up on the alignment, disperse, more traditional alignment. And on a touch over, on a touch on an onside kick. 2 turnovers for Columbia City tonight. So Churubusco, 1st and 10, actually, just outside the 40. Boroff stands in the shotgun, fakes. He keeps. No, he hands off. The defense near the first down. Yard gain. 2nd down, 1. Martin Smith on the stop for Columbia City. 2nd down, 1. Ball at the Columbia City 31. 10 seconds gone. Second quarter, all square at 7 apiece. Columbia City and Churubusco. Churubusco on the march after the second Eagle turnover. Second Columbia City turnover. And actually they hand it off again. It's going to be marked into a first down. It's going to be marks into a pile, but a first down. 3-yard gain down to the 28. So Churubusco on the move. Tim the stop for Columbia City. Great crowd on hand. People lining the fence, and they got the food court down there. Food tents. Festive atmosphere. So Churubusco with 12 on the play clock. They do a little shifting out there again. So they've got, and they take it, and Burhoff keeps it, gets some room. Nice move, and he's going to get corralled to 23. as he ran to the far side, or his left. Seavers the tackle, 2nd down 6 for Columbia, or check that, Churubusco. So Churubusco, little ball control here, although they're a little bit hurry up offense. So Burroff, and he has Marks in the backfield. And a hand off and a little misdirection. Cameron Rinker, and he's going to get a 1st down for Churubusco. Oh, there's a fumble, and Columbia City may have this one. And Rinker hit. And it is a fumble and a turnover. Columbia City football. So, turnover there, Churubusco. Arntz the recovery. So 3:35 into the second. Turnover down inside the 15. Inside the 15. Gets a break there. Gets a break there. Second check, that'd be 1st and 10. Their own 13. And they throw it wide. You have Fuller. Fuller drops it, picks it up, and it's already incomplete. They do a little dance and razzle dazzle and a couple taps, and that's incomplete. Tried that little bubble screen. And so 2nd and 10. We'll try this again. Fuller to the near side. Eagles trying to get lined up where everybody wants. And Piper hands off, and going to be a 3-yard gain for Goree. Marks the tackle for Churubusco. 3rd and 6 for Columbia City. Fuller to the near side, everybody else bunched up in the box. And Piper against the grain, throws it, and almost intercepted by, they got a hand on it. Busco in a 4th down. And it looks like punting unit, 4th down. And it looks like the Eagle punting unit coming on. Not able to take advantage of the Churubusco turnover. Unless they try some kind of trickery here on the punt. And our punter, is it Piper? Piper will punt. And back for Busco. Bianchi and Rinker. Cameron Rinker, we got 2 Rinkers. And line drive kick going to be fielded by Bianchi. Hands off to Rinker around the left side. Shakes and bakes, wheels and deals. And across the Columbia 40 to 39. Nice return by Rinker. And they did a little reverse handoff there as Bianchi originally fielded the punt. And then handed off across to Marks. Or check that, Rinker. Nice piece of running there. So Churubusco at the Columbia City 40. 4:18 gone here in a second. 7-7 our score. Churubusco in control here. Burroff hands off, and it's going to be Marks. Nice game by Marks as he chews up 9 yards. Chacon the tackle for Columbia. 2nd 2. Check that. It's going to be gain of 8. Clock running down to 7:15. Burroff in the shotgun as he has been all night. Don't think he's been up under center at all. And they hand off, and this time Columbia City stifles Marks. And did he get back to the original line of scrimmage? It appears as though he did. Yes. 3rd down 2. Landon Tim the stop for Columbia City. Coach Richmond, our spotter up here tonight. Get you some binoculars. Out of the shotgun again with senior quarterback Riley Boroff. And Boroff set and gets tripped ahead and gets 5 yards and going to be a Churubusco first down. Arntz the tackle for Columbia City. So right now, the Eagles been on the field a little while as far as defense. And of course, some of those guys go both ways, so we've got some tired bodies out there right now, I would assume. Down to 6:15 to go in the half, 7-7. So we're on the move again. Boroff in the shotgun again. Man goes across in motion. They fake. Boroff dancing around, throws it, caught. And it's going to be Cullen Blake, senior check that. Senior receiver out of the backfield. Or check that. Out of the tight end position. And he catches it. It's going to be a 6-yard pickup. Second down 4. Check that, second down 5. Somewhere in that vicinity. At any rate, Churubusco, time-consuming drive here with 5.5 to go in the second. Boroff out of the shotgun once again. Receiver each way for Churubusco. And they fake. No, they do hand it off to Marks. Marks a couple tackles, going to get a first down. Wait for the official signal here. To the and tackle, and we're going to measure, I guess, or take a closer look. First measurement of 2022. Chain gang does not have to go far this time. Looks like Coach Matt Schaus on the chain gang there. Maybe Coach Philman, it looks like, over there. Pope, that's Coach Pope. Oh, and Coach Wool, college basketball coaches. First down by the nose of a football, it looks like. So a fresh set of downs for Churubusco. First and 10 at the Columbia City 17 with 5:16 to go in the half. Right now, Churubusco carrying the play. No ifs, ands, or buts about it right now. And Busco lines up. Say Boroff fakes, and he's on the fire. Intercepted. Guys, I think, kind of collided a little bit. Fuller and also Cameron Heiser was in the vicinity and bumped before Fuller had to get that. So incomplete at any rate. Almost a CC turnover. Or a Churubusco turnover, but it will be Churubusco football. 4:57 to go in the first. Or check that the second. Churubusco shifts everybody to the far side. Bayanski dancing around in motion. Boroff takes the snap and fakes, and he's going to carry it and slips a Columbia City tackle, but cannot slip. Oh, he did get back to the, nope, going to mark him out at the 20, so he missed a couple. Arntz forced him out as Boroff tried to tiptoe the sideline after eluding one Columbia City defender. So 13. Clock stops with the out of bounds. So Churubusco lines up in their odd formation, and then they break. So 13, ball to Columbia City 20. Boroff. Gun, and Eagles after him. They beam out and get him. Back to the 25. Arntz in there, among others. So Arntz going to get credit for the sack. That's going to bring up fourth down and bunch. 4th and 18 perhaps. It's down to 4:20. Back go in the half, 7-7. Churubusco City 26 now. Burhoff's going to try it again. He has the snap. Fakes, hands off. A double, a little bit of reverse in the back. Turnover for down. On down. The ball, Churubusco. Is the Columbia City Eagles ruled by that tricker. So Churubusco turns it over on downs. 7:58 into the second. So Columbia City back to work on offense. So Colton Piper up under center and hands it off. We're going to get a couple. Holsenbeck the stop for Churubusco. Arntz the ball carrier. Picks up a couple. 2nd and 8 at the Churubusco 24. Piper fakes a little miscommunication, maybe, or a botched handoff, and we get drilled. Arntz, yeah, that got a little discombobulated from the word go. 3rd and 8. Piper comes to the sideline to talk to Coach Fox. As Columbia City does need to get something going. Haven't had much going since halfway through the first offensively. But, so 3rd down 8 at their own 26 for the Maroon and Gold. And Piper fires, and that's short, incomplete. And he was being pressured back there. So 4th down 8, here comes the Columbia City punting unit. With 2:57 to go in the first half, 7-7. So Piper to punt. And waiting the snap. And he gets it out of there. Nice punt by Piper. Going to be fielded by Bayanski. He bobbles it. Look out. Ball loose. Columbia City got it. So a big break there for Columbia City. As Bayanski gets the fumble recovery, as Bayanski bobbled it. Tried to get it back, then lost the handle again, and then it was a couple maroon jerseys flying in with Getz getting it. So the Busco punt fumbled. And Columbia City in business with good field position. First and 10. Columbia City with another chance offensively here in a 7-7 stalemate. And man goes in motion. And a handoff. Gorey, he's going to get a cup off the right side. He's down to the 30. 2nd down 7. Hurley on the stop for Churubusco. Up under center for Columbia City. As Fuller out to the. Put the pressure on, and Gorey kept chugging, and he's going to yardage. Looked like he was stopped. But Gorey going to get it to the 26-yard line. 3. 2 minutes to go first half, 7. On opening night 2022. Don't forget the Eagles on the road to Urban Muncie next week. And Gorey's got it and plows over a couple Busco Eagles, and he's going to get the first down as he's down 20. First down and timeout Columbia City. So they're going to take their first timeout here with 1:44 to go in the half. Maury Underwriters tonight White's floor covering, cleaning, for carpet cleaning, kitchen and bath remodeling, as well as a variety of flooring like Mohawk, hardwood flooring, laminate, and stone, all part of an extensive local flooring catalog. White's flooring on Facebook, on Diplomat Drive in Columbia City. Move Over offers ice cream flavors, including Rocky Road Crunch, as well as free sugar and sugar-free flavors, plus hand-built delights that change each week. Ice cream with either a sensitivity to dairy or allergens, or right across from the furniture store in downtown Columbia City. Now Move Over is expanding to where more information can be found online at moveover.com. I think I'm saying that correctly. All right, Columbia City, they need to get one this time. We have kind of. So up under center, we got the I formation in the backfield. And through's got it. And down to the 17. It's the ball carrier. Second down, 7. Down to a half to go, first half. Hurry up offense by Columbia City. And whistles. Officials timeout. An equipment issue for Churubusco. So it's like a chin strap issue or something of that nature. They're just going to replace him. Because that was Caden Manth. Threatening after the Busco turnover on a punt. And coming to the near side, Severs around the corner. We got flags on the play, and Severs knocked out the, 9, 10. And it's in the area of holding, and it is holding on Columbia City. So that's going to move us back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which occurred at, looks like the 17 or somewhere in that ballpark, yes. So we march that off. 27-yard line now. Second down and 17. So Columbia City kind of shooting themselves in the foot here with 1:09 to go in the half. So Fuller goes out to the far side. Piper up under center. And in the backfield, I can't see the number, but it's going to be a misdirection. And they throw to Arntz, and Piper hits him 18 or down inside the 20 near the 18-yard line. Timeout Columbia City. And that's going to get back to the original, near the original line of scrimmage. Third down 9. And timeout Columbia City with 1:02 to go in the half. So Coach Fox uses his second timeout. Back to the top of the underwriter page. Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeastern Indiana since 1871. Also, Surf Internet, part of this broadcast. They are transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Faster and more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses in Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone at 888-274-6381. And here comes Columbia City back after their second timeout. A third down 9 at the Churubusco 19 with 1:02 to go. Really need to get some points if you're Columbia City. We have missed few opportunities except the lone score, but. And Piper throws it over the middle. Going to be almost intercepted, almost caught. That went into a pile. James Getz was the intended receiver. There were 2 or 3 Busco defenders in the vicinity. Actually, Getz may have prevented an interception. So, Piper's been under a little bit of duress. They've been so down to 56 seconds. 4th down, 9. Fuller to the near side. Sievers out on that far side. Piper. And what do we have? False start. Yep, no. Delay a game. So, penalties and turnovers. That is the penalties and turnovers. That is the story for the Maroon and Gold. That takes it back to near the 30-yard line. 4th and 15. 56 seconds. Columbia City with one timeout. Will leave. And taking the snap, Piper, and Piper looking for the corner, has Fuller caught inside the 5 and drug out near the 3-yard line. They say out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. So down to the 3-yard line, there's the play they needed. Piper to Fuller. Down to 49 seconds. They'll roll the clock when they get it set. There they go, Piper. And there's a false start, Columbia City. Holy crow. And there's the assessment, indeed, the false start. You can see that plain as day up here. So back to the 8-yard line, Columbia City. Now 1st and goal from the 8 down to 45 seconds. Still a timeout, I believe. I don't see anything on the scoreboard, but as far as timeouts, so Piper up under center. Fuller out to the left side. Here comes Sievers across. They hand it first man through's got it, and who's that? Down inside the 5. It's Arntz. They mark him at the 5. 30 seconds. Barring some kind of run back on the kickoff. Festive crowd tonight. Students. I see a lot of hats or something, cowboy hats or something like that. Really packed west side stands here. Complex. Churubusco brought a good crowd across the way as well. Corbin to kick for the Eagles, the Columbia City Eagles. The Eagles. Hour and a half trip down towards Muncie. Hour and a half trip down towards Muncie. And awaiting the signal. And maybe, and finally. So Urban to kick. And going to be the little squibber into the middle. Going to be fielded and downed. Smart move there by Wyatt Marks. So that saves the stop. So 1st and 10 for Churubusco at their own 29. Been a competitive ball game, no doubt about it. Columbia City's times. Churubusco's had their struggles at times too, but they did move the ball. They just didn't find too much as a result of it. Boroff out of the shot. And he's going to go he's not going to get out of bounds, and he gets to the 35. Busco call time. Then we got a flag. Also got a flag over there on Columbia City. It's on Columbia City. The 5-yard variety. And I think they're just going to run it with Mike. And that's going to do it. High school. And Columbia City 14 came here tonight for the season. Glad you're with us on WJHS. And we'll hopefully the stat people are. Coach Curry and has got all the little potential future cheerleaders out there. But what a half. Columbia City turn it over on downs early. Our pass. And I can't even recall who, I didn't have written down who it was, but we'll get to that later. That was Fuller. And then Columbia at the Busco 15 that stifled a drive. And then Burhoff scored with 32 seconds to go in the first. 3. Columbia City had a turnover on the kickoff. Busco recovered. Could do nothing with it. And Busco turned over on downs again. There was a Busco punt. Got in the end zone. Piper hit Sievers on a pass. The pylon over there. And it's 14-7. And hopefully we'll get statistics. Robbie Dillon checking in for Flo. Others. Speaking of listeners, we lost a couple of long-time listeners over the winter or off-season, whatever you call it. Loyal listeners, WJHS out there. Phil Hinman, good friend of mine, passed away. And, of course, veteran wrestling coach, former wrestling coach here, Randy Kirby, passed as well. And he always tuned in what was going on at his former school. So WJHS followers no longer with us, but with us in spirit. So we're at half, 14-7. Columbia City in charge here. Looks like the band's ready to come on the field. I got to figure out who has these stats and where. Everybody's eating pizza here. What's going on? I don't have commercials. Hoppy's wolfing the pizza down. We'll go Columbia Alton next week. Many of our fall sports underway here. Soccer, both soccer teams have been in. Volleyball had a couple. I know they won the first one. Tennis, West Noble last night, I understand. Golf, well underway. With 8 events in already, amazingly, for girls golf. So many of the athletic teams well underway here in mid to late August. So plenty of Eagle athletes in action. And we'll see where we go from there. So we'll taking a look at some of the what the pundits are saying about the NE8, and Columbia City kind of picked fifth in most circles. Norwell apparently the bully on the block this year, as they've got a strong senior class, and still have Luke Graft, who ran for more than 1,700 yards last year and accounted for 23 offensive touchdowns for Norwell. So guess who you in on when you play Norwell? Of course, Columbia City will not see them till the final game of the regular season. Down at the Norwell, apparently the odds-on favorite. Leo with the new coach, Jason Dorfler, assistant principal. So they're under the direction of a new coach. That's always interesting. Kind of picked middle of the road. New Haven giving a little bit of echelon of the NE8. And then Columbia City a little bit range of the predictions. And then DeKalb who's kind of been Huntington North, Belmont, usually it's right numbers down there, and been struggling in Varsity and about it, but we'll see them in 2 weeks here. And then see Huntington on September 9th. Schedule the same as last year. I think we have a different week 2. It's not, and I can't recall exactly who. Goshen. I don't know if he'd be in the ballpark on that, but so no. NE8 football underway, and actually, as far as the NE8 players, Ethan Seavers listed among the top 5. So had 1,057 yards. Getting mentioned among the 5 to watch by the area media in the Northeast 8. So that's kind of where we're at. As far, we'll take a look at some other information as we we'll look around here. And of course, Columbia City started out winning 4 of their first 5 games last season, and then had that 4 the sectional, and then beat Angola. Eventually fell to Northridge. And the Eagles, in their wins, averaged a lot of points, actually a little above 47 points. But in the games we lost, we only averaged 11 points, so a little bit of a struggle at times for the Eagles. It needs some improvement there. And we have a whole lot offensively, so definitely what they want to do is ratchet it up a notch and get a couple of key wins conference down the road. You definitely like to or Leo, as they're usually the heavyweights of the conference. Of course, this year Norwell's really in the mix, and so that. That's kind of where it's at. And this bus team, it's always a tough outfit. They may be smaller. I don't know if they're 1A right now or if they're 2A in football, but definitely size disparity between the city and Churubusco. But Busco plays a tough brand of football. They've been successful over the years in the Northeast Corner Conference, and there's iPad. Thank you. So we'll take a look at statistics. The Columbia City football staff. So here we go. Total off Churubusco, 99 yards on 29 plays, 3.5 yards per carry. Columbia City on the other ledger, 122 yards of total offense on 34 plays, 3.6 yards per play. Passing, 21 yards through the air for Churubusco on 2 of 4 throwing by Riley Boroff. And 10.5 per pass there on those 2 completions. Columbia City 7 of 14 was Piper, 9.4 yards per pass. And 2 touchdown passes for Piper. On the ground, Columbia City rushes, or check that, Churubusco rushes at 78 yards on 25 carries, 3.1 average per run. Columbia City, on the other hand, 56 yards on the ground on 20 rushing attempt, 2.8 yards per carry. Receiving, the 21 Churubusco yards on 2 completions. Columbia City's 66 yards were on 7 receptions, averaging 9.4 yards per catch. Penalties, and this one kind of became a penalty fest in that first half, as Churubusco flagged 5 times for 39 yards. Columbia City flagged 6 times for 35 yards. 1 Churubusco turnover, 2 turnovers by Columbia City. A fumble for Churubusco, which was recovered by Columbia City. 2 Columbia City turnovers that were recovered by Churubusco. And looking on down the way here, punts, Busco 2 punts for an average of 53.5 yards. And Columbia City, Piper punted twice for an average of 34.5 yards. Columbia City with the lone sack of the ball game, 1 sack for a 6-yard loss. Time of possession, fairly even. Churubusco 13 minutes 27 seconds. Columbia City 10 minutes 21 seconds on time of possession. And first downs, Columbia City had 9, Churubusco had 7. And looking on down the way here, first downs on the ground, Churubusco 6 and Columbia City 4. First downs through the air, Churubusco none and Columbia City 4. First downs on penalties, 1 apiece. Third down conversions, Churubusco 2 of 6, 33%. Columbia City 4 of 8 for 50%. Fourth down conversions, Churubusco 1 of 2, Columbia City 1 of 3. So the passing line for Riley Boroff, 2 of 4 through the air, 21 yards. Colton Piper, his line, 7 of 14, 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, as we take a look here, it would be Wyatt Marks leading the running parade for Churubusco, 10 carries for 38 yards, average 3.8 per carry there. Then it was Boroff, the quarterback, kept it 13 times for 29 yards and 1 touchdown. He scored the lone touchdown for Churubusco. Cameron Rinker, 1 carry, 8 yards. And also Cullen Blake, 1 carry, 3 yards for Churubusco. Rushing for Columbia City, Justice Gorey, 6 carries, 21 yards for 3.5 yards per run. Josh Arndt, 7 carries, 18 yards, 2.6 average. James Getz, 1 carry for 10 yards. Ethan Sievers, 6 carries for 7 yards. And that's the Eagle rushing attack as of the half. And the receiving, Byansky received 1 for 15 yards for Churubusco, and Cullen Blake, the other reception for 6 yards. Columbia City, Stratton Fuller, 5 receptions for 52 yards. That's 10 per, a little bit over 10 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. Sievers, 1 reception for 7 yards and a touchdown. It's 1 reception for 7 yards. That's that. Let's see. Tackles, Chacon 6, Arntz 4, Fuller 4, Stahl 3, Carnahan 2, Martin Smith with 2, Sievers 1, Riley Tucker with 1, Clayton Scott, Evan Searball, Cameron Heiser all credited with a tackle. Landon Urban 2-2 on extra points. And Rosie Stevens, the Churubusco kicker, she was 1 of 1. And Busco's 2 punts and comes 107 yards. And Columbia City 2 punts for 69 yards. And kickoff return, there was 1 big one by Boroff of Busco for 47 yards. And other than that, that looks like about the tail of the tape. Leading Busco in tackling, Husselbeck with 5, Burhoff with 2. Let's see, Haberstock with 3, Hurley with 2, and Inniselli with 2, Lawrence with 1, Blake with 1, Marks with 1, and Ethan Smith for Churubusco with 1. So that's kind of the tail of the tape here as we'll get some more. Well, we'll check the scoring plays real quick here. 4:46 to go first quarter. It was Colton Piper. Pass complete to Stratton Fuller for 11 yards and a Columbia City touchdown. The point after by Landon Urban was good. 7-0 Columbia City. And then at the 11:28 mark, near the end of the first quarter, Burhoff carries it 4 yards for the Busco touchdown. And that made it 7-6. And Rosie Stevens' extra point was good, 7-7. Columbia City just before the intermission at the 11:48 mark. Colton Piper pass to Ethan Sievers. Nice spin move by Sievers into the end zone from 7 yards out. Kick was good by Landon Urban. And it's 14-7 at the intermission here. And pretty good football game. A little bit mistake prone by both teams at times. Columbia City especially at times. So sure Coach Fox and the staff will be trying to clean some stuff up as far as that goes for the home team anyway. So thank you, sir. Columbia City football staff with statistics. We thank them. That keeps me from ad-libbing a bunch. So as we're down under a minute here till we get the 2 or 3 minute warm-up period underway. Neither team has made their appearance yet, although here comes Columbia City as they march by the fans here. If you've never been here, it's kind of cool. They could go in the gate down near that way, but they elect to walk all the way in front of the fans. That's good. It gets people riled up and close to the football players, a little closer anyway. There's Columbia City parading by their patrons here. And we'll be closer to second half action here. And Churubusco yet now they're exiting the locker room to the northeast side here of the stadium. Don't forget, you're listening to WJHS 91.5 FM Columbia City. Andrew Thompson here tonight. And Jordan Glaza, Jonathan Peters, and others part of this broadcast. And we're online too, as I've got this nifty little, well, I guess it's an iPad TV. I don't know what you call it, but I get to see that little gizmo there. I don't necessarily know how it works yet, but let's borrow Coach Kissinger down here. He's young. He might know what that thing is. This. Just an iPad or something cool for me to look at? Come on, Kissinger. I thought you're a 20, aren't you still? Yeah, I thought maybe you know what that thing was. But you're not tech savvy, young person, huh? I'm jealous. You're eating what? Breadsticks with cheese? Oh, yeah. Yep. Fortunately, I don't have commercial time. I can't do that. Wyatt Warner on the scene. Gosh, all the dignitaries are up here. He's on staff. You cameraman, kind of? Sort of. Recent graduate. So both teams back on the field taking their exercises or loosening up, whatever you want to call it. What a sight. Sun's going down and nice view of the sky off to the east. Full parking lot off to the north. And a lot of people over to the south here. The tailgaters down there are cooking up some food. So don't forget, Columbia City on the road to Delta next week. down just northeast of Muncie. So that'll be a long roadie. New territory for yours truly. Never been to anything at Delta. But something new. We'll see what their field looks like, or stadium. And I'm sure we'll have many listeners. It's probably not an overabundance will make the trip, but we shall see on that. As Columbia City huddles up out on the field. And they have a 14-7 lead. Over Churubusco. We're closing in on game time again. On a beautiful night for football. Lights are on. And Columbia City's special teams unit huddled up around their special teams coach, which I think is Casey Blake, or one of the special teams coaches. And they're getting their marching orders. We kicked off, didn't we, to start? Did we kick off to start the game, or we received? They deferred. Okay, so Busco gets the ball to start the second half. So if you're a Columbia City fan, you got to be happy to be up 14-7. A little bit of an offensive struggle, but still Piper with a couple of touchdown passes. Some good running out of the backfield by several Eagles. So Urban will tee it up. So back for Churubusco deep. Boroff. Bayansky. Yep, man marks. And I can't catch the other number over there, but Urban ready to kick, and here we go. Second half action. And it's going to be bobbled a bit by Boroff. He picks it up at the 10 to the 15, looks for an avenue, and he gets slammed at the 16. And he's not getting up too quick. He's going to try to struggle to his feet, and he does. A little bit hobbled. That's the last thing Busco probably needs, but we're going to have an injury timeout as Boroff grabbing his knee. They're Mr. Everything quarterback. So officials time for the injury. Hopefully just a cramp or something. So we'll attend to Boroff. In the meantime, I'll tell you about some underwriters here. White's floor covering and carpet cleaning. They offer carpet cleaning, kitchen and bath remodeling, as well as a variety of flooring like Mohawk carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate, and natural stone, all part of an extensive local flooring catalog. White's can be found at whitesflooring.com, on Facebook, or behind Burger King on Diplomat Drive in Columbia City. Also, Move Over Ice Cream, part of this broadcast. They build flavors from scratch. Move Over offers ice cream flavors, including Rocky Road, Coffee Crunch, as well as nut-free and sugar-free flavors, plus hand-built delights that change each week. Move Over is a plant-based ice cream shop for those with either a sensitivity to dairy or allergens, or are taking a more healthy approach. Located across from the furniture store in downtown Columbia City, now Move Over is expanding to where pints can be found. More information can be found online at moo-over.com. And shouts from the Peanut Gallery again, Mr. Hoppy. with the moo in the background. So they're still working on Burhoff out there. He's getting up. A little bit hobbled. That must be a cramp or something. Hopefully that's all it is. He'll probably be coming out for a play, so we'll have a new Busco quarterback. He's walking off under his own power, a little gingerly, but sure they'll take a look at him. And hopefully returns. Hate to see an injury keep him out. So, okay, here's Churubusco. And a direct snap to Rinker. Cameron Rinker carries it for 3 yards. So Rinker, 5'11", 170-pound senior, the backup. So 2nd and 6 for Churubusco. Just underway, 3rd quarter. So Churubusco shifting personnel up there. It's going to be, again, Cameron Rinker, the backup. Marks with him in the backfield. They hand to Marks. Marks with a big hole. Cuts. Oh, check that. Rinker kept it. Boy, I got fooled. So Rinker maybe got 2. I got faked out on that one. Need those binoculars or something. So 3rd down 4 for Churubusco. Minute 10 gone, 3rd quarter. 14-7 Columbia City. Early stages, 3rd quarter. So they have 2 receivers here to the near side, one of which is Byansky. He goes in motion, and they give it off left side. Marks. Marks gets corralled by the Columbia City interior there. Riley Tucker in on the tackle. So 4th and 5. So there comes Burhoff back on. As Byansky goes out in favor of Burhoff. Burhoff still stretching and kind of tugging at his hamstring a little bit. They're going to call time. Yep. They ran the play clock all the way down, and Churubusco calls for time. I'll give Burhoff more time to try to shake it off, so to speak, as far as his injury. I'll give him a chance to meet with the trainer again. Meanwhile, Coach Paul Sade will talk to the rest of the Churubusco Eagles. So more your underwriters tonight. Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City. Locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. And Surf Internet. They're transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Faster and more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses in Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone 888-274-6381. So now Churubusco ready to go. Burhoff to punt. No, Marks is punting. Marks with a nice punt. Going to be fielded at the 43 by Fuller. He's got room. 45, shakes and bakes, wheels and deals, and spun down to the 37. And he comes up a little hobbled. So it's going to be good field position for Columbia City. Nice return there by Fuller. Fuller, a sophomore for Columbia City. Hartley, the tackle for Churubusco. So 9:42 to go. And now what? Officials time? No, now they're going to set it and go. And Fernand Thru's got it for Columbia City, a gain of a couple. As Goree, the ball carrier. So the ball spotted at the Churubusco 36. Corey comes out. Sievers into the backfield. Piper up under center for Columbia City. Hands off, and Sievers breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to get to the 32. We have a flag on the play, do we? On Inicelli, the tackle for Churubusco. We do have a flag. Columbia City penalty. Both teams plagued with penalties. 11 penalties between the two squads in the first half. Chop block, Columbia City. Oh, Columbia City bench getting an explanation. That's going to be marked off from the 37. Well, maybe. Well, now we're going to do it. Okay. That's going to be a 15-yarder. Back to the 48. Okay, 20 yards. Evidently from the spot of the foul or whatever the case. But at any rate, 48-yard line, Columbia City back in their own territory. Piper on the run. Tries to get out of the way, and Busco slams him at the 40. So there's another big loss. The penalty compounded by the sack as Piper just was fighting for his life there as he was chased by 3 Busco Eagles. So back to the 41. Third in a bunch, 33, it appears. 33. So Piper up under center. Got the man out to the far side, which I think is Fuller over there. In motion comes Sievers, and Piper, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He loses a couple. Churubusco had that one snuffed out. Piper's helmet came off somehow in the fray. So 4th down and 35, I think. At the 38, Columbia City backed up. Piper to kick. And let's see, back for Churubusco. Cameron Rinker, and I think that's Byansky on the far side. They roll the clock. Here's the snap. Piper gets it out of there. Nice kick. And going to be fielded at the 26. And Byansky, a couple of nice moves, but corralled by the Eagle special teams unit at the 30. It's got the stop initially. So with 4:04 gone here in the third, Busco takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 31. They're going to mark it now. As the Columbia City offense stalled there. So we'll see what Churubusco has in store. And we still got the backup quarterback. And off the right side goes Marks. Marks having a good night, chewing up some yards for Churubusco. 2nd down 5 as he picks up 5. Ball out to the 36. Arntz the stop for Columbia City. So 14-7 Columbia City over Churubusco, 7.5 for the third. As Rinker brings the play on from the bench. Cameron Rinker now in the shotgun. Not sure he got back. It looks like Marks back there with him in the backfield. He hands off to the aforementioned Marks, and Marks ran into maroon and gold real quick, maybe a yard or 2. Receivers in on the stop. 3rd down, 3. Yeah, 6:50 to go in the 3rd. 14-7 Columbia City. Churubusco with the football at their own 38. Rinker out of the shotgun. And across the motion goes Byansky. Rinker bobbles it, lost the handle again, and just dives on it. So he lost a bit there. Back past the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to be back to the 28. 4th down, 13. As we're down to 6:15, Busco appears to be bringing a punting unit out. It's like Marks will handle the punting duties. Fuller and Getz back deep for Columbia City. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, 6 minutes straight up to go. Play clock down to 4. They get it off. A high snap. Well, they didn't get the punt off yet. There they do. Nice kick. High. Fielded by Getz at the 38. And he's got room across midfield. 55, 40. Getz shakes a couple more tackles down to the 35 of Busco. James Getz. What a run. He's pretty shifty. Speedy. James Getz. When a flag comes out late. Holy smokes, now what? Well, blocking the back on the Eagles. So that's going to stifle a little bit of the Getz return. Columbia City bench wants an explanation, so the referee jogs over. Back to the 48. Columbia City back in their own territory with 5:38 to go 3rd quarter. They lead at 14-7. A lot of penalties between 2 squads tonight on opening night. And Piper hands off to Getz. Getz weasels in and out of traffic, spun ahead, still on his feet, and he's got 8 yards down to the 44-yard line of Churubusco. So Getz chewing it up. Inicelli, the tackle for Churubusco. Clock running 5:15 to go 3rd quarter. Piper up under center. Man comes across in motion, and it's going to be Sievers in motion, taking the handoff. He cuts upfield, 1st down, and then some. Inside the 30 to the 24. Sievers hauled down by Byansky. 1st down and then some for Ethan Sievers. He came across the motion, and he found open space. So 1st down, Columbia City. Piper hands off. Getz has it around the right side. Cuts upfield inside the 20. Tripped up, and he's down to the 18. So it looks like a gain of 6. Gaff, the tackle for Churubusco. Columbia City to the hurry up. 2nd and 4. Piper up under center. And the man in motion this time is going to get it. Cutting upfield, Sievers. Sievers tripped up and going to be near the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by Rinker. 4:14 to go as the clock runs here in a pretty quick 1st quarter. Now what? Timeout? Ooh, an injury over. Sievers down apparently. Haven't seen Boroff return, but hopefully he's okay. So, underwriters tonight on WJHS 91.5, the Eagle. Morse's Builders Mart. They're located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Also, Surf Internet. Surf Internet is transforming the Great Lakes region by bringing high-speed internet to rural and underserved areas. Faster and more reliable internet is now available to both residents and businesses in Columbia City. More details about fiber internet, wireless internet, and streaming TV can be found at surfinternet.com. Surf Internet can also be reached by phone at 888-274-6381 as Fuller is coming off the field. Looks to be on his own power. Trainer's with him, but so play will commence again with the ball at the 18-yard line, 3rd and 4 for Columbia City. As they're threatening Busco in zone. And a handoff, first man through's got it. That's Arntz, I believe. Arntz picks up 2. It's going to be 4th down 2. Down to 3:50 to go in the 3rd. Columbia City shifting personnel on and off. And Piper up under center. And false start on the Eagles. False start, Columbia City. I think that's our 9th penalty of the night. So 4th down 7. They roll the clock. Center. So 4th and 7. Piper fakes up under center. Has a man in the end zone. Touchdown! Peyton Shear. The big man, Peyton Shear. In the corner. So 3 passes by Piper. The fireworks goes off. 3 passes by Piper. The fireworks goes off. Nice fake, nice throw by Piper. And Shear got across the middle and into the corner. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Nice catch, and 20-7. So Landon Urban on to kick. Piper to hold. Scott the snapper. Snap set. Oh, they bobble it. Look out here. Oh, and Busco eats us alive. Bobble snap. No good. 20-7. So the Eagles botching the snap there a little bit, but or the hold. Coach Fox pleading his case with the official for something, but a couple of coaches upset over there. So they're going to get their explanation. Meanwhile, 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter, 20-7 Columbia City. Mr. Glaza. And Brett Fox still upset about something. I don't know what, well, he seems at bay now. At any rate, Columbia City, that's the first score since just before the half. So Columbia City with the last 2 scores in this one. So Columbia City will kick. So the smoke kind of cascades over the field from the fireworks. There's a little more noise.
Hey, there we go.
Mr. Glaza joins me.
Yeah, good game so far, Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Beautiful night for it.
Yep.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night, great atmosphere. Just fans, huge night.
Yeah, there was no parking.
No, there's not. And there's the kick by Urban, going to be fielded. Oh, it's over the top of the Churubusco, and it's not Marks this time. It's
bounced over his head. It took an odd
Lawrence
bounce in front of him and went probably 10 feet in the air.
Yep. So Lawrence, a freshman, returns that for Churubusco. And spotted at the 31. With 3:13 to go in the 3rd. 20-7.
Been a lot of odd, interesting penalties called this game.
Yeah, there's been,
stoppages and play back to back to back.
Yeah, we've had a lot of penalties. Both teams have 11 combined in the first half. I suppose we're up 14-15 overall. So Busco, Boroff still not back in the lineup, and they hand off, and that's not much for Marks. The original line of scrimmage is Rinker, the quarterback, still.
You know, I wanted to stop in and say hello really quick. I heard there was lots of guests here this evening. One in particular, a former student who stopped by. I had to laugh at that a little bit. Wasn't Sean Bledsoe in here?
He wasn't, but
Oh, okay.
I think he's getting ready to go to school, or
he is in there. I thought he stopped in the studio while I was upstairs.
well, maybe he did. I don't know, but yeah, I think he's getting ready to go tomorrow to Wabash. So Busco nowhere on that as Wyatt Marks losses of 2.
Well, shout out to our YouTube maker crew tonight. We got
Yes.
some new faces on the team. We're trying a new setup, new student managers this year. I can't give the kids enough credit for what they are doing. Are they perfect? Heck no. Are they getting better all the time? Heck yes. So a definite shout out to the crew there. If you're listening on the broadcast, know that there is the WJHS YouTube stream that the kids put together, and it's wonderful. Some of them are definitely getting closer and closer to pros all the time.
And there's Boroff handing it off, and we had a fumble, I think, but Busco got it back.
Lucky bounce.
Marks the recovery. So now it's 4th and a bunch for Churubusco. Minute 42 and counting, third quarter. 4th and 12, so looks like Rinker to punt. And Getz and Fuller. That's quite a dynamic duo back there, lots of speed. And we saw Getz make a nice return last time. Oh, high end over end kick, going to be filled at the 45. Here's Getz. In and out of traffic, midfield, 45-40. Look out, 35-30. Getz tries to outrun Boroff. Boroff's already sore, but Boroff gets him at 5-yard line. Getz with a big return.
Taken down close to the sideline there, but maybe just as he was being tackled kind of over the shoulder pads.
Yes.
Last man. That was so close.
Yeah.
Close to a new CC touchdown.
I can't believe, can't believe Boroff got him. He was injured earlier and hobbled and finally came back into the game. He closed on him nicely. I think he'd get there, but credit to Boroff. Good to see him back in the game. So 1st and goal at the 6 for Columbia City, or the 5. Music playing apparently.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you. I'm going to go attend to that.
Okay. Touchdown, Eagles. Arntz.
Okay, so we're still going on the tie line.
Oh, we are? Okay. Okay. All right, well, Columbia City's on the board. Arntz from 5 yards out. Piper for 2. They got it. And who'd he hit over there? That makes up for the missed extra point. Fuller, the catch. 28-7 over Churubusco with 1:05 to go in the third. So Columbia City heating it up. After some struggles early, working things out, and lost phone. All right. Yeah, maybe they know how much they got left on their battery. Maybe that'll identify the phone.
Just disconnected. We're getting on it.
James Getz' dad right below us. Checking in to see if we're on. We're getting there. Some more fireworks for the Eagles. And that brings the home crowd into a frenzy. 1:05 to go, third quarter. So it will be Urban to kick. So Columbia City kind of has Busco on the ropes a little bit here. So Urban to kick. And it's going to be fielded and caught. Now they hand off in reverse. Bayansky at 15, in and out of traffic across the 20. Nice run by Bayansky, but he's stifled at the 22. So it will be Churubusco football.
I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm gonna reset this.
Okay. Whatever you got to do, I guess. That was huge. You think that's all kind of reload, doesn't it? No. That a lot late last season at the basketball. Yeah. He's back, isn't it? Well, we're back. Mr. Glaza, our technical engineer tonight, gets it reconnected. So thanks to him. So I think we might have went off right before the Columbia City touchdown. I'm not sure, but it's 28-7 now. Churubusco has the football back. Burhoff is back at quarterback after he. And that's the end of the third quarter. There goes the siren. So Columbia City 28, Churubusco 7 after 3 quarters here at Columbia City High School. Glad you're with us on WJHS tonight. Festive night, big crowd. Tailgaters, it's just about everything tonight. Good crowd from Churubusco. Been a hard-fought football game. A lot of penalties by both, but first game for both, and like everybody else, first game of the season tonight around the area. So our underwriters, we'll just kind of mention them all at once this time. Builders Mart, Surf Internet, City Auto Mall, White's Flooring and Carpet Cleaning, and Moo Ice Cream. So they're part of it. If you are interested, you can call the WJHS Studio. And I'm not sure what the business line still is there, but at any rate, there's many ways to contact, and with technology, you'll figure it out, I guess. You can subscribe to WJHS Studios YouTube. You'll see the latest games and student media projects. So they're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You can. The students love watching the subscriber numbers go up. It looks like to this. Search for WJHS Studios on YouTube. Tap the subscribe button. And also the yearbook is being built right now. Get your own memories. With it going on sale now, get a hold of CCHS and the yearbook staff for more information how to get yours. Okay, so back to play for the fourth quarter. Couple long-distance listeners tonight, Stan and Susie Schmidt listening in Florida. some of our snowbirds. A couple of Columbia City graduates there. So Boroff out of the shotgun and hands it Marks, and he's stifled immediately. Third down and a bunch. Malcolm on the stop for the Eagles. So underway in the fourth, 28-7 Columbia City, as they finally broke this one open after some offensive struggles and a couple of turnovers and numerous penalties for both squads. So Boroff under center, he takes it to the right side, he's going to run it, and he's going to run out of real estate rather quickly into an armada of Columbia City defenders. So that's going to be fourth down. Looks like about 18. Check that, 16, somewhere in that ballpark. 16-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Boroff to punt. Is whatever injury had he recovered, a cramp or whatever. A little bit of a high snap. He gets it. Gets the kickoff high. It's not very long, but doing a big Busco bounce, and it goes into Columbia territory marked out at the 47-yard line. Columbia City with decent field position. So Columbia City back to work, leading by 3 scores. Had a 2-point conversion last time to make up for a mishandled snap on the previous PAT. As night is falling here at the stadium. So Columbia City back to work. Piper up under center. And the receiver to the far side is Fuller. And they hand it off. Second man through's got it. Oh, slipping a couple tackles. Look out. Gatz on the move. Down and then some. Out to the 35. An 18-yard pickup. Mark him at the 34. Bayansky the tackle for Churubusco. Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. Columbia City on the move all of a sudden. Piper hands off, and around the near side comes Getz again. Fuller, number 4, okay. Fazio, sophomore, Landon Fazio. First we've seen of him tonight. So first down Eagles, Columbia City Eagles. Chewing up the yards now. And Piper, look out. Getz has got it around the left side, cuts upfield, breaks the tackle, breaks a couple more, and down inside the 15 to the 14. And now Columbia City just kind of running roughshod here, wearing Busco down a bit. And Piper up under center again. Columbia City on the march. Piper throws, caught, and nice tackle quickly. Gets the catch. Geiger, the tackle for Churubusco. 3.5 gone, fourth quarter, 28-7 Columbia City. They have third down and 3 at Churubusco's 15-yard line. And Piper hands off, and Sievers got smoked right out of the box. Tackle made by Cade Manth. 300-pounder. Big boy in there for the Busco Terrier their line. Columbia City 4th and 4. Ball on the 16. And Piper throws, and the intended receiver slipped, I think. As though intended for Fuller, but he got tripped up on the play, I think, or slipped, one of the two. So that turns it over on down to Churubusco with 8:38 to go in the ball game. So at the 2:20 or 3:22 mark of the fourth, Columbia City turns it over on downs. So Burhoff will come back out to lead the Busco charge. And with 8:38 to go, we'll see what they can do. At their own 16, Burhoff out of the shotgun. Takes it. No, he gives it hand off, and Columbia City stifles that as around the right side went Cameron Rinker. Arns the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 4, it looks like. Second 14. So Churubusco kind of taking their time now. Now they get everybody set. Bayansky out as a receiver to the far side. Can't pick up the other one there, but Bayansky comes across in motion. And they fake. Boroff on the run. Boroff on the hot seat. Tries to turn it upfield. Nice move. Couple of nice moves. And he finally gets eaten alive about the 17-yard line as several maroon jerseys collapse on him. So it's going to be 3rd down 12. 7:35 to go. Fourth quarter. 28-7 Columbia City over Churubusco. And Boroff is, I'm not sure who that other receiver is over there, but so Boroff in the shotgun, fakes and carries it to the far side. He's running out of real estate quick, and he is knocked down for another loss. Arntz the tackle for Columbia City. 4th and 15. And Boroff stands in the edge of the Eagle end zone, or the edge of the end zone to punt. Fuller and gets back there, deep for Columbia City. Busco getting another guy on the field. Boroff punts from the goal line. Nice high kick, going to be fielded by Fuller at the 45, fair catch. So 1st and 10, Columbia City. And ball marked at the 46. And when I get everything situated, we'll be back in order here. So Clayton Scott in at quarterback for Columbia City. Piper gets a little break. And that play went nowhere. We lost a couple. Ethan McIntosh, a sophomore. Hurley, the tackle for Churubusco. 2nd and 13, ball at the Churubusco 49. Eagles, or Columbia City Eagles, working left to right. And coming around the corner with some speed is that Getz? No, that's number 4. That's Fazio. Boys, he got some speed. We have got some speedsters. That's a huge gain. And that's going to be 21-yard pickup. Ball at the 26. It's going to be 23. And they hand it off this time, and around the left side, nice hit by a Busco player, and Schroff, the ball carrier for Columbia City. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd down 10. Haberstock on the tackle for Churubusco. rolling towards the Columbia City victory with 5:18 to go and a 3 lead. And possession of the football. And there's going to be movement on the Columbia City line, and Columbia City a false start. So the pace of this game's picked up after a sluggish night of penalties by both squads. So 2nd and 15, Columbia City at the Churubusco 51. 5 minutes straight up to go in this one. It's been all Columbia City in this second half, and they got the last score with 12 seconds left in the first half. So a little bit of an offensive onslaught there from the last 12 seconds of the first half. And there's some miscommunication. I don't think there was even a handoff, or was there a fumble in there? I'm not sure. At any rate, that no game. McIntosh, the ball carrier for Columbia City. Down to 4.5. 3rd down 15. Got up under center, hands off, coming around the near side. McIntosh, or check that, that's Fazio. Landon Fazio, out of bounds at the 23. Helsenbeck, tackle for Churubusco. Clock stop with 4:13 to go as the ball went out of bounds. And let's see. Columbia City brings in a whole new personnel, or quite a few personnel. Well, field goal, okay. Landon Urban to attempt the field goal out of the hold of Colton Piper. It's going to be spotted at the 29. It's going to be a 39-yard attempt. Urban set up. There's the snap, the set. And leg hits the upright, goes through, or check that, hit the crossbar and went through. Then a flag on the play. I think they'll probably decline the penalty and take the points probably. So the referee's going to come out and make the signal. I guess maybe they're. Although, whatever the case, whatever they're doing, the roughing the kicker penalty, the field goal stands, and it's 31-7 as Urban from 39 yards hit the crossbar and bounced over. So 31-7 Columbia City now. 4:06 to go in the ball game. Once again, your underwriters tonight, Morse's Builders Mart, Surf Internet, City Auto Mall, White's Flooring and Carpet Cleaning, and Move Over Ice Cream Shop. Move Over Ice Cream Shop. We're playing Northridge JV tomorrow. JV. Okay. Yeah, Busco. And then in our JV are at Northridge. Okay. So there's your schedule with the other two teams. All right, Columbia City to kick. Nice kick by Urban, going to be fielded at the 5. There's the handoff, and Byansky coming around the far side. Nice move by Byansky. There's a flag on the play. Byansky hauled out of bounds at the 45, roughly, into the Columbia City bench. We've seen a lot of flags tonight. What? Put me on the screen. How are you going to do that? Oh, the character from what is it? Seinfeld? I don't have time to watch television, Kissinger. I'm barely even surprised they came up with the My look-alike. Wow. It's got Seinfeld character on the scoreboard, video board. Claim it's me, but or look-alike. JD on the scene up here. Got to keep rolling in up here. Baseball coach Justin Daly, assistant baseball coach. Better get that assistant in. Don't want to make Coach Bell mad. All right, 3:56 to go, and block in the back on Churubusco negates a nice turn by Bayanski. They're back to the 9, maybe the 8. So Boroff standing in the shotgun, and they hand off, and good gain into the middle. Marks the ball carrier for Churubusco, down to 3:45 to go. Jackson Geiger, the tackle for Columbia City. And 31-7 is indeed the score. Churubusco back to work here. And Burroff hands off, and around the right side goes Marks. Marks sheds a couple of Columbia City tackles. First down to mark him short. So 3rd and short for Churubusco. And some of the crowd starts to hit the exits. Clock stop with 3:02 to go. Now they roll it. So Burroff leading the Busco attack, went out for a while after an injury, but back and performing well. Good to see in that handoff, and good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Maroon jersey right in Marks' grill, and that's a loss, I believe. Yes, of 2. Geiger, the tackle for Columbia City. 12 for Churubusco with 2.5 to go in this one. As this was a 7-7 ball game until 12 seconds remained in the first half. Columbia City got on the board late, and it's been all Columbia City since then. And here's Marks. Check that. Bayanski's got it. Lead block by Marks, and Bayanski tripped up out at 25. Schroff, the tackle for Columbia City. And 3rd down 4. Down to 2 minutes. Ball at the 24 of Buck. Boroff takes the snap, fakes, and has a man wide open. Nice pitch and catch. And it's going to be a first down. Couple slip tackles. Still on his feet. Look out up the right side. And Columbia City finally knocks Cameron Rinker out. No flags or anything like that, so big gain there by Busco. First down. Rinker shoved into the sidelines over there by several Eagles. So 1st and 10 at the Churubusco 42. Minute 29. I'll get the change set and roll the clock. So Boroff to Rinker there. So Boroff in the shotgun. And there's false start. Yeah. Legal shift on Busco. So that'll cost him 5. And that will take it back to 37-yard line with 1:28 to go. Boroff high snap, but flags it down and hands off, and a nice run past the original line of scrimmage by Ethan Smith. Dawson Garrett, the tackle. Tanner Hostler also in on it. Second down 8, ball at the 44 of Busco. 1 minute to go. Boroff with a couple of receivers here to the far side, or near side, I should say. And Boroff taking his time. Bayansky in motion. Boroff hands off, and off the right corner goes Inaselli. McDivitt to tackle for Columbia City. Third down 6. 25 seconds. And I think Paul Sade's going to call off the Dogs. Yep, they're not going to run another play. So the waning seconds will tick off. And there goes the siren. Call out the guards. You can turn out the lights. This one belongs to the maroon and gold. 31-7 your final. Good battle out there tonight. See the stats, and I would imagine the happy Coach Fox will be up. County rivals part ways here. Exchange pleasantries. It was a good, hard-fought game. A lot of penalties, but hey, that was, good fought football game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Some of these guys probably know each other. They're probably related to each other. Busco they'll end up having a good season. They're always a force in the Northeast Corner Conference. And the fireworks goes off. And the home crowd goes home happy. And, of course, Columbia City on the road at Delta next week. Northeast side of Muncie, just outside of it. Meanwhile, Churubusco return home. They will host Lakeland, the Lakers, into Turtletown next week. As Churubusco has a couple home ones coming up. Lake Garrett. Columbia City, after the road tilt at Delta, will return 2 in a row at home. Belmont on Labor Day weekend, and Huntington North following on September the 9th. So that's what will be going on there, as both teams will look ahead. And week 1 is in the books for these two squads. Glad you were with us tonight. And Coach Fox out giving his team their pep talk after the game. Likewise, Churubusco in the other end zone. Paul State. This was a fun one tonight, even though we had such Mr. Mullet on the scene. We'll put you on the mic. We'll get you on for the interview. Mr. Mullet declining the interview. He's busy eating. I don't have a commercial break to eat, so yeah, it was fun. That's just what I was saying. Despite the teams being a little sloppy and working the bugs out, that was a hard game, and night at the football game, no doubt about it. Friday Night Lights. And the home crowd goes home happy. On to Delta next week. Good opponent there. They escaped with 20-16 win a year ago, if I remember right. See if I can grab my resources here. And, well, maybe. And let me see. I think that was correct. 14-10, not 2016. It was a 4-point margin. I was right on that. But at any rate, Columbia City will take it and move on. Go to a long road trip to Delta, and then obviously into conference play. Statistics. Thank you, sir. So we'll get a gander at the statistics. Coach Fox broke the huddle up down there. He'll be up early tonight. We will see. So, we'll get some information taken care of here. And maybe, voila. So we had a lot of guys on the stat sheet tonight. This stat sheet is long. Trying to get pictures of it. Good heavens. Never seen this long a stat sheet, but everybody get in on the act in the maroon and gold tonight. Okay, so here we go. For Churubusco, 133 yards of total offense on 52 plays. Columbia City, 247 yards, busted loose in that second half on 55 plays. Passing, Busco, 38 yards through the air on 4 of 6 passing by Burhoff, 9.5 yards per pass. Columbia City, 87 yards through the air. Colton Piper, 9 of 17 on that behalf, 9.7 yards per. And 3 touchdown passes for Piper. Heck of a night. And rushing, 95 yards rushing for Churubusco on 46 attempts. And 38 yards rushing, on 38 Columbia City carries, 4.2 on the average. They're receiving 38 yards for Busco on their 4 completions. Columbia City 87 yards on 9 completions. Penalties, 8 penalties, 59 yards on Churubusco. Columbia City 10 penalties for 70 yards. 1 Busco turnover, 2 for Columbia City. 3 Busco fumbles, 1 was lost. 2 Columbia City fumbles were lost, and no interceptions thrown in the ball game tonight. Punting average 40.9 for Churubusco on 7 punts. Columbia City 3 punts for 33 yards. Team with a sack. Time of possession 27:03 for Churubusco. 20 minutes 57 seconds for Columbia City. 9 first downs for Churubusco. 15 for Columbia City. On the ground, it was Columbia City 9 and Churubusco 7. First downs on the air or through the air. Columbia City 5, Churubusco 1. First downs via the penalty, 1 apiece. Third down conversions, Columbia City 4 of 12. And Churubusco 3 of 12. Fourth down conversions, 1 of 2 for Churubusco, 2 of 6 for Columbia City. The line for Burhoff tonight, 4 of 6 through the air, 38 yards. No touchdowns, no INTs. And then it's going to be Piper having a good night, 9 of 17 for 87 yards, 3 touchdowns for Colton Piper. Rushing for Columbia City, James Getz, 5 carries, 50 yards. Landon Fazio, 3 carries, 43 yards. Ethan Sievers, 9 carries, 27 yards. Josh Arntz, 9 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Justice Gorey, 7 carries, 22 yards. Clayton Scott, a 1 carry, nothing there. Schroff, likewise. McIntosh, 1 carry. And Piper carried it once for -5. Busco, Rinker, check that. Marks, 19 carries, 54 yards. Burhoff kept it 17 times for 24 yards and the lone Busco touchdown. Byansky, 1 carry, 7 yards. Ethan Smith, 1 carry, 7 yards. Cullen Blake, 1 carry, 3 yards. And Angelo Inicelli, 1 carry, 1 yard. And Cameron Rinker, 6 carries for -1. Receiving, Rinker, 2 receptions, 17 yards. Byansky, 1 reception for 15. And Cullen Blake, a reception for 6 for Churubusco. For Columbia City, Stratton Fuller, 5 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Peyton Shearer, 1 reception for 21 yards and an Eagle touchdown. Ethan Sievers, 1 reception, 7 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Arntz, a reception for 7 yards. James Getz, 1 reception for no yards. Let's see, Arntz with 9 tackles for Columbia City. Dominic Chacon, 6. Fuller, 4. Sievers, 3. Stahl, 3. Tucker, 3. Carnahan, 2. Martin Smith, a couple. Braden Malcolm, 2. Clayton Scott, 2. Evan Searball, Cameron Heiser with 2. Dawson Garrett likewise. Gorey, Yeager, Geiger, Heinen, Hirschman, and McDivitt all had a tackle for the Maroon and Gold tonight. Tackles for Churubusco were led by Hessenbeck with 6. And Haberstock had 5 for Churubusco on the tackling side of things. And there's Mr. Fox. And we'll get to the scoring plays in a minute. I guess we better untangle this thing. Well, it was untangled. But sorry about that, Mr. Fox. Mr. Claus had jumped on, but he wrapped it back up. So I think the other way maybe. And Brett Fox putting the headset on here. And we'll get this all taken care of. And I think we are ready to go. Well, Coach Fox, welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on a big opening night win here.
Yeah, it's, a good win for us. Playing in front of the I turned around a couple times, and, I mean, the stands are packed. And I want to you guys that are driving home out there, you're leaving the parking lot, let's give us some toots, and it goes right back to you. We just can't thank you guys enough for just being loud and just doing a great job, being a great home crowd, and giving us kind of a home field advantage. I can't thank you guys enough. The way that you've responded to our team and the way that you support our team by coming out or supporting our fundraisers or just understanding what our guys are trying to do and just how it's more than football for us. And I think that it gives us energy when we see you guys respond like that. And our student section was great.
Yeah, they were massive.
I just told Hedrick, I said, that's freaking awesome, man. You guys are so loud, man. And even like having the band there, it's just like this is what we wanted 2 years ago. And I feel so bad for my guys from that year, my seniors from that year.
Right.
That like some of the season was taken from them, and it's just it just makes it more special when we're allowed to do it like this.
Absolutely. Well, a real hard-fought battle out here tonight. I think both teams, struggled at time getting things going, but a hard-fought battle, even though that score is what it is. Hard-fought between these two.
In Churubusco, Coach Sade does such a good job with that program. They're going to hit you in their mouth. They're going to be physical. They're going to continue to do they know what they do, and they're going to be successful at it. I mean, if you follow that team the rest of the year, they're going to have a great year. Yep. They're going to have a great year. They got great pieces, and it just speaks to, Riley Boroff is a stud.
Yeah, he's
a stud. Wyatt Marks is a stud. They've got great pieces there, and just kudos to Jeff Clark and what he does defensively for us, and the schemes that he puts up, and just learning what our players are good at and what we can ask them to do, and then just trusting them to make those plays even after mistakes. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, the good old defensive czar, veteran Jeff Clark. I like to call him the defensive czar. So yeah. Well, we had a 7-7 deadlock there for a while, and both teams kind of trading punches, mistakes, whatnot. Down the stretch of that first half there, we took some timeouts, a couple setbacks there with a couple penalties, but we find a way to get it done there with 12 seconds to go in the half. Definitely a big play going into the locker room, and that kind of turned the tide.
Absolutely. It's a huge momentum there. Just to see our team and the resolve that they had, even on that drive, like I spoke highly of them. Like we're making mistakes, and we're not letting that hold us down. Like a penalty isn't stopping a drive anymore. Instead, the penalty is going to set us back, and it allows us to get some more yards later, and that kind of attitude has been fun to watch our guys have and our guys to attack. And, I told them at halftime, I said, even the first drive, we go for it on fourth down because I trust our defense. And so being down there and knowing that Landon could hit that kick, like he proved later, but knowing that he could hit that kick, but choosing to go for it on fourth down, and my man over here, Colton Piper, who's waiting to talk to you after me, just making a beautiful throw and being patient in the pocket and putting it exactly where it needed to be for Peyton Shear. And the other thing that I don't think a lot of you guys, maybe you did notice, or maybe you're like, I don't understand why they're not getting to the Shear guy. Well, like, they're blitzing a lot. And so we made a decision that, okay, like, we're going to keep Peyton in so we can have a little bit more protection this week, except for this play, and this play. And so Peyton showing that patience with us and that trust, it speaks a lot to a coach. Peyton could have been easily frustrated with me. You know, I'm a complete idiot for not getting James Getz the ball before the second half. You know, but James just trusting that it's going to happen. It's going to be there. And just our slots understanding by the way that they decided to play, it took away some of our outside runs. And so those guys, Severs and Getz and Fazio and Schroff, showed some good patience there of just waiting for the turn and us finding the plays within our offense that we're going to get them some yardage.
Yeah, and we saw several names called tonight, and we have a lot of weapons here. A lot of guys that can do a lot of things, you know, especially offensively. We saw a lot of people out of the backfield, and a lot of everything out of a lot of guys. You know, great effort by many.
Yeah, you're not doubting that. You know, and I go back to the scrimmage. We started the scrimmage. Our first 8 plays in the scrimmage, 8 different people touched the ball. And so, like, when you see that on film, I hope, you know, Delta got our scrimmage this afternoon when we traded their scrimmage film this afternoon. And I hope they sat there and they go, well, frick, man, like 8 different people just touched the ball there. And then they look tonight and they go, oh, yeah, they're not really using the tight end. And boom, touchdown. You know, and you know, I just hope that they see that and you know, it allows us to, I hope, be more dangerous offensively when we're allowing other guys to make big plays for us.
Yeah, as many years as I've done this, and your staff's kind enough to bring me the iPad here or whatever this thing is. I don't know what it does, but well, I've tuned it out.
You don't know what an iPad does?
Well, I do, but I don't. I lose the screen. But
yeah. You and Jim Pope have a lot in common, and I don't think Jim Pope knows what an iPad is.
That's right. That's why I still say right to left on your radio dial up here.
But, right.
But this is the longest stat sheet I've ever read off your iPad here, and I mean this just goes on forever. Look at
tackles too.
Oh,
right?
I know the tackling tonight for your squad. I mean everybody's in the act here. You know, comment on the defense here. We've talked a little bit about the offense. Defensively, we had we had our moments tonight.
Yeah, you know, and guess what? You probably didn't call Riley Tucker's name until the second half, right?
Yes.
I mean, but I hope you guys watch Riley Tucker. He's big old number 79 for us, and we call him Tuck and everything like that. Like he's a big fun guy, but like for 3 years he's been the big guy in the middle, and he like demands a double team, and so like you're like, okay, we got to double team him and we got to run away from him, and so he doesn't make plays, but he makes plays by like the guys that are making plays because Riley is demanding a double team. And so then in the second half, they're like, well, okay, we've got to get up to these linebackers because they're killing us. So we're going to try to single block him. And then all of a sudden he's making plays.
Yeah.
Or I hope sometimes you guys can hear us on the sideline and you hear us yell for like Easton Carnahan, right? Like maybe he doesn't have very many tackles on there, but like what he's doing with we're asking him to attack a block a certain way so that he takes it on and it makes them go outside and it keeps them from touching Josh Arns.
Yeah.
And so, or Martin Smith. And so then they attack in that way. And so it's really fun to watch them.
Yeah, Warner's back here attacking the pizza.
That's right, man. Yeah.
I don't get commercials. I may need some of that, so leave me a piece. Well, Coach, what a night here. We'll let you go so we get Colton on here, and just a fun night. We always remark is we can't believe it's here. Now, from a coaching standpoint, a team standpoint, you're glad it's here.
Yeah.
Because you've been knocking each other in the head for 2 or 3 weeks. So,
I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning without an alarm, and I'm like, I'm just going to lay here. I'm just going to lay here. No, like I'm up. But also, so you guys realize Andrew Thompson up here, giving up his night to do this. Like, I think you had 3 or 4 nights where you had girls golf this week too. right?
Oh, well, 3, and then
3.
we get on the bus before 6 tomorrow.
Yeah,
to go
exactly,
to the game.
exactly.
But,
And we got coaches like that all over the place. You know, we got soccer coaches that are going to be getting up in the morning, you know, having a home game, having an away game. We got volleyball that has been all over the place this week. I think they've had 3 matches this week. And just don't just come out to a football game. Come check out all of our athletics. Tennis had a big win over Busco this week.
West Noble, too.
And cross country is probably running tomorrow morning, right?
Yep.
So
everybody's underway.
Yeah, come and support them and get back out here. We love seeing you guys, and thank you, Andrew.
Yep. We'll see you next week down to Delta. All right. Well, Mr. Quarterback comes on here. I called Greg Bolt that. I'll just start calling you that, Colton. But Colton Piper, ladies and gentlemen, you heard his name a bunch. Number 5 tonight. Congratulations on the win. Your thoughts on being out there tonight, being in this atmosphere, playing Churubusco. That's like Coach Fox said, they knock you out.
Yeah, it was great seeing all the community out tonight. Busco had a big crowd.
Yeah, they had a good crowd.
It was a great team over there, too. They put up a dogfight in the first half, but we came out stronger in the second half. The line was insane. Protecting me, giving me time in the second half helped a lot, put those points on the board. And James Gatz, no one can take him down.
We've got guys getting run all over the place, but the play before the last play there, I talked to Coach Fox about it a little bit. Kind of take us through those last couple plays there. You had a couple timeouts, a couple penalties to deal with. What was the mindset going into that? You guys obviously kept your bearings, didn't fold.
Yeah, I knew we could do it going into that drive. We had 4 minutes on the clock. It was go time. We were pedal to the floor all the way.
Pedal to the metal.
Yep.
Unabated full throttle. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got the late score. Then, Busco kind of took over a little bit, ran the ball, kept the ball for a while in that third quarter. They were unable to do anything with it, but about halfway through that third quarter on, it was our ball game. We took control.
Yep. Just coming out in that drive at the end of the third quarter, we were moving the ball. They weren't stopping us, and just kept going. And I found Shear in the back of the end zone.
That was a beauty. Not they all are, but that one was really cool. So, yeah, you 4 touchdown passes tonight? I think I saw something like that.
Yeah, it was a great night for sure. Everyone was getting open for me. Line was giving me time, and
you had to
finishing it off.
You had to run around a little bit, though.
Yeah, well, that was the first half.
Well, I tell you, it's fun to watch. Just being here. I think the atmosphere of the new place is just second to none. And for you guys to play in this and then this crowd tonight had to be absolutely an adrenaline rush for you and your teammates.
Oh yeah, just seeing all these cars pulling out right now.
I know
it's crazy.
At the old field, we'd have never got that many cars in here or in there, but
yeah, and like Fox said, the student section all night. That's all I heard, and they just kept us going.
That may have been the biggest student section we've had here at the new place.
Oh yeah,
and
for
the band was here the whole night, and they were revving it up, and
Yep.
Just everything culminated in a nice victory for you guys. So obviously a week to prepare for a good Delta team, and we they slipped by us 14-10 a year ago. You get to go down there. Long trip. What do you? I know it's early yet, but what do you know about them? How do you see that one?
That's a good team out there. I know we can beat them though, and if we do what we need to in practice and to prepare for them, we'll be good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anything else for the patrons out there listening tonight?
Thanks for coming out.
There you go. Colton Piper, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, congratulations on the win, young man, and we will see you next week. Take it easy, bud. All right, Colton Piper, good to talk to the Columbia City QB tonight. 31-7 your score, and Mr. Fox took the iPad, and so anyway, we won't worry about the scoring plays. You've probably heard them or you've heard me describe them by now, but so that about wrap it up for tonight from the stadium here. Still don't know what to call this place. Can't really call it new anymore, but Eagle Stadium, I don't know. So that was JD's suggestion. Yeah, there'll probably be many moons before it has a name, but So at any rate, what a night. So that's it. Thanks to Jordan Glaza, Jonathan Peters, and everybody else that had a hand in this one. We thank everybody for listening tonight. We had a couple long-distance listeners in Florida tonight, and many of you, a few of you checked in with me, so glad to bring it to you and glad you were a part of this. So that's going to wrap it up tonight from Columbia City High School. This is Andrew Thompson saying so long and telling you the final score once again, 31-7. It favored the Columbia City Eagles. We'll see you from Muncie next week. Good night, everyone.